The municipal administration building always felt colder than the weather outside. Its glass doors and polished floors, reflecting a kind of authority that never smiled back. People moved through it every day with files tucked under their arms, voices lowered instinctively, as if the walls themselves were listening and reporting. Officer Darren Cole had been stationed inside that morning. A temporary assignment meant to support an internal security review. He didn't like the stillness of indoor duty, so he filled it the way he always did by asserting himself into it, stopping longer than necessary, asking questions no one had requested. He carried himself with the confidence of someone who believed the uniform completed his identity. The badge spoke before he did, and when he spoke, it carried the assumption that he would not be challenged. Near the bank of elevators stood a black man in his early 50s, dressed in a dark charcoal coat that showed no rank and no hurry. His posture was relaxed, his hands loosely folded, his attention fixed not on the people passing, but on the quiet patience of waiting. Cole noticed him immediately. He always did. The officer slowed his pace as he approached, boots echoing just enough to announce authority without needing to raise his voice. He stopped a few feet away and smiled, a thin smile that wasn't meant to comfort. "You lost, sir?" Cole asked, glancing toward the elevators as if the man had wandered into the wrong chapter of the building. The man looked at him calmly and answered with a single word. "No." Cole's smile tightened slightly, unused to answers that didn't bend. "This floor's mostly staff access," he said, tone casual but firm. "Meetings upstairs are usually by appointment." The man nodded once, not defensively and not apologetically. "I'm aware. It should have ended there. A reasonable exchange, a brief misunderstanding corrected by mutual respect." But silence unsettled Cole, and familiarity made him bold. He let out a small chuckle, glancing around as if the building itself were in on the joke. "Sometimes people think these floors are open to everybody," he said lightly. "Best to wait downstairs where security can keep an eye on things." The words weren't loud, and they weren't explicit, but they landed heavily. A receptionist froze mid-motion, a pair of interns slowed their steps, and a few people who understood exactly what was happening suddenly found something else to look at. The man didn't react right away. He studied Cole the way someone studies weather, with anger, but with recognition. "I'm fine here," he said evenly. Cole tilted his head. "Sir, I'm trying to help you avoid embarrassment." The man exhaled slowly. "I appreciate the concern." There was no raised voice, no resistance, no performance of indignation. That calm, more than anything, irritated Cole. He straightened his shoulders and raised his voice just enough to gather an audience. "Security check," he announced, tapping his radio though nothing required it. People stopped pretending not to notice. Authority was being performed now, and Cole was comfortable in that role. He asked for identification, extending his hand as if the outcome were already decided. The man didn't refuse, but he didn't rush either, as though time belonged to him more than it belonged to the officer. "Before we escalate this," the man said calmly, "is there a reason for the check?" Cole smirked. "Call it due diligence." The man handed over a simple identification card. Not a badge or shield, just a clean piece of plastic with a name and title printed plainly. Cole barely glanced at it before handing it back. "This doesn't authorize you to be here," Cole said dismissively. "Like I said, wrong floor." Someone near the hallway shifted uncomfortably. They recognized the man, recognized the mistake, and understood exactly how irreversible moments like this could be. Cole radioed for another officer anyway, enjoying the attention, enjoying the sense that he was in control. The man by the elevator said nothing, his silence now reading less like submission and more like patience. Footsteps approached from behind, steady and unhurried. Cole didn't notice at first, too busy explaining rules to someone who had never asked for them. But the room changed. Conversation stalled, spine straightened, and a subtle recalibration passed through the space, like a held breath. A tall black woman in a tailored uniform stepped into view, silver insignia catching the overhead light. Her presence didn't announce itself loudly, but it didn't need to. She paused, assessing the scene without a word. Cole finally turned, irritation already forming. "Ma'am, this area is restricted." She raised a hand gently, her voice calm and unmistakable. "Officer," she said, "step aside." Cole blinked, confusion flickering across his face before recognition settled in. His posture changed instantly. "Yes, Chief," he said, stepping back. The man by the elevators moved forward then, not with pride or triumph, but with the quiet inevitability of someone reclaiming his proper place. "Good morning, Chief Harris," he said. Chief Renee Harris nodded once. "Good morning, Deputy Commissioner Lewis." The silence that followed wasn't dramatic. It was complete. Cole's face drained as the realization hit him all at once. The man he had dismissed wasn't a visitor, wasn't misplaced staff, wasn't someone to be managed. He was senior command. Chief Harris turned her attention back to Cole, her tone professional and even. "Officer, please explain why Deputy Commissioner Lewis was being questioned." Cole swallowed. "Routine security, ma'am." Deputy Commissioner Lewis looked at him then, not angrily and not with satisfaction, but with the expectation of accountability. Chief Harris nodded slowly. "Routine security doesn't involve commentary about where someone belongs." Cole flushed. "I didn't mean, intent isn't the issue," Chief Harris said gently. "Conduct is." She cited policy without embellishment, procedure without accusation, and in doing so removed any space for argument. The building seemed to listen as carefully as everyone else. "Officer Cole," she continued, "you're relieved of duty pending review. I'll escort you." She didn't grab his arm or raise her voice. She simply walked beside him, each step measured, each witness quietly absorbing the lesson being taught. The walk to the exit felt longer than it was. Every footstep echoed, not because it was loud, but because it was final. At the doors, Chief Harris stopped. "This review will include body camera footage and witness statements," she said evenly. "Dismissed." Cole left without another word, authority stripped not through humiliation, but through procedure. The building slowly returned to motion. Phones resumed their glow. Conversations restarted, but something intangible had shifted. Deputy Commissioner Lewis pressed the elevator button at last. The doors opened as if nothing extraordinary had happened, though everyone in the room knew otherwise. Chief Harris turned back to the staff. "Thank you for your patience," she said simply. Power hadn't raised its voice that day. It hadn't needed to. Some authority announces itself. Others wait, observe, and allow character to reveal itself first. Officer Cole had believed power meant deciding who belonged. What he learned too late was that real authority knows exactly who is standing in the room, even when no one else seems to notice. This was episode 6 of Voices Unseen Quietly Real, a series about moments that don't shout for attention, but stay with you long after they pass. If this story held you, there are more waiting, more voices unheard until the moment they could no longer be ignored. Because some truths don't announce themselves loudly, they wait, and they endure.